Welcome to a journey through history's darkest corners. Today, we explore 30 of the most brutal torture methods ever devised. First, Yubitsume, the Yakuza ritual of finger removal, used to show sincere apology and remorse. Bastinado involved beating the victim's feet with rods or lashes, designed for extreme pain without killing. Pitch capping used hot tar in a paper cap. When ripped off, it took skin and tissue with it. In India, Gunga Rao used elephants to crush victims. Depending on the rider, death was instant or agonizingly slow. The Roman Poena Cule saw parricides sewn into a leather sack with live animals and thrown into the sea. Decimation punished entire units. 1 in 10 men was chosen at random to be executed by his own comrades. Blowing from a gun was an instant but terrifying execution where the victim was tied to the mouth of a cannon. Byzantine Emperor Basil II blinded 15,000 Bulgarians, leaving 1 man in each 100 with 1 eye to lead them home. Mussolini's forces used castor oil to induce illness, often confining victims in barrels until they confessed. Immurement was a slow death by starvation, where the victim was sealed within a wall for the rest of their life. The rack was a notorious device that stretched the body until limbs dislocated and ligaments tore. Tarring and feathering was a form of public humiliation and torture, often used against tax collectors in colonial America. The choke pear was a metal tool inserted into a victim's mouth or other orifices and slowly expanded. Aztec priests performed live heart removal as a sacrifice to the sun god, tearing the heart out while still beating. The heretic's fork forced victims to keep their heads up. If they lowered them, the spikes pierced their throat and chest. The rat's cup used heat to force hungry rats to burrow through the victim's body to escape the flame. The breaking wheel shattered the victim's bones one by one before they were left on display to die. Boiling alive was a slow and agonizing method where victims were gradually lowered into boiling water or oil. Keel hauling dragged sailors under the sharp, barnacle-encrusted hull of a ship, often leading to drowning or lethal wounds. Sawing involved hanging a victim upside down and cutting them vertically in half, keeping them conscious longer. Hanged, drawn, and quartered was the penalty for high treason, involving hanging, mutilation, and dismemberment. Glastration was a brutal method involving a glass rod shattered within the victim, causing internal trauma. Bamboo torture exploited the plant's rapid growth, allowing sprouts to pierce through a person's body over several days. The Spanish donkey forced victims to sit on a sharp wooden wedge while weights pulled their body downward. The brazen bull was a hollow brass furnace. The victim's screams were transformed into bull-like bellows by internal pipes. Impalement was a terrifyingly slow execution where the victim was lowered onto a stake that gradually pierced their vitals. Flaying involved the meticulous removal of a living person's skin, leaving